take a bit of a step back. So you mentioned you got sisters. How many siblings do you have?
I am one of three. I have two sisters. I'm the middle child. It's me and my sisters. When you look at us, we don't look like siblings. It's wild. People think like, how are you guys siblings? You guys don't look alike at all. And this is where another part of my identity crisis came in, because if you know a bit about Filipino history, like the native people are called the Igorot people, which are they're tan skin, like technically like Pacific Islander skin. And then we got colonized by the Japanese, the Spanish, and the US. So when you look at a Filipino, it looks like you look mixed in a way, because there was a lot of colonization back then. So my mom is pale skin, my dad is not. And having two siblings that are pale skin and you're the one that's tan was a very weird dynamic, because growing up, like, and this has nothing, like, I don't blame my mom, I don't blame like anyone about like how the beauty standards in the Philippines were like, but because it was very much instilled in them as well. It's a very much a generational thing. But when the Spanish and Japanese and US colonized them, the beauty standard was to be of paler skin. And it was very much instilled in my mum. And so I guess in a way, being the only one that came out tan skin, you sort of compare yourself to the siblings that were in your parents' eyes like the standard of beauty.
Yep. And then you throw in being the middle child as well. Probably a few things play there.
And growing up in Australia, like, people here love my skin color. So it's like you're praised going to your white school with a lot of white people being like, your skin is so beautiful, to come to your own home to be like, here's bleaching lotion for your skin.
Jeez.
But it's taken years for my family to get out of that. And I feel like it was my duty to sort of break that sort of generational stigma against the native, like, because it's not my mom's, it was like her parents taught her that was a beauty standard. Their parents back then taught them that was a beauty standard. So it was very much instilled in her at a very young age. And I feel like moving to Australia and seeing that, like, the color of my skin is actually praised, like, because people use self-tanning stuff nowadays. So it was very conflicting for me too. And I was like, and I don't, there's no malice against my mom, because she and I have actually worked through that. And it took years and years to work through that. But I feel like it was very important to me to stop that sort of domino effect and to make that not go onto my kids or to their grandkids or my grandkids, you know, because it's still very much a problem in the Philippines. Like, I would go home, like, to visit family and see billboards plastered of like whitening products, and like and so I think that being able to be exposed, like living in Australia and understanding that that's not how you should be raising your kids and that's not the beauty standard at all,